E2, Farm All 51 here. All right, she's running. Then we just gotta get her out of the shop again. Hopefully we can get it out without snagging something again. Problem is with that thing, when you try to turn, it kicks the back end the opposite way. It looks like we're going to do it. Yep, we're good. All right, we're going to do it.
Let me explain something.
All right.
Last time y'all probably remember, this side here wouldn't stay too far that way. A friend of mine in Illinois, Mike Whalen, he called me and said you need to move your pin on your wheel right here.
Yeah.
That's what that's for, to move it so when you're moving around, it stays in alignment in back of the tractor better.
This pin right here?
Yeah. And then when we get out of the field, I'll move it over here so the plow can come over.
Okay.
You know, like it ought to, you know. Now on the 800 plows that are National built, you move that one. Plus they had that big drawbar, but they had what we call a dial hitch.
Yeah.
It had a hinge in it, like would go horizontal like this, and you can move it and it would bring it over even further.
Yeah.
For transport down the road. That made all the difference in the world right there.
Oh yeah. I noticed it come out of there a lot straiter.
Sure did. It tracked right behind the tractor.
Yeah.
All this stuff like I said is new. We just got to learn it.
We didn't snag the crane this time.
I put the crane way on the other end of the shop this time.
Yeah, I can tell already that just by moving that pin gets that plow shifted where it follows right in with the tractor like before. But so the anticipation of seeing it plow here is going to be can hardly wait. And like I say, just to see what it'll do, and it'll be a full time of adjusting and setting things with the hitch and all, so you'll have to bear with us. But this won't be a full-on plow video. This will be more or less, this is, like I say, this is the first time this thing is set in the field, so it's going to be interesting.
All right, Red Bibs Bill here. We finally got it in the field. It's the much anticipated big day. I don't even know what it's going to do. I have no idea what it's going to do. Anyway, I come in this early this morning with my cub, my one bottom plow, and you might see marks across the ends of the field. I allowed 100 feet on each end for turning this thing around, because the tractor and the plow are 56 feet long. Yeah. I have to come out straight, then pick up, then make my turn the way it's got to work. And that's just something I'm working. It might take a little less, it might take a little more, but I'll get that worked out. And when you see me put in up here in a minute, Farm All 51 might go up and get a little bit of side shot from it. You'll see where that mark I put across the field with my cub. I just used my two-way plow, my cub, made a mark across there. Yeah. It gives me where I need to go in and come out at. It won't be perfectly straight across there. I'm gonna need a lot of practice plow to ever get exactly right on that thing.
Like I say, today ain't gonna be a full-on plow video. It's more or less we're gonna be, you know, setting and adjusting on a lot of it, I guess.
There is nothing in adjustment, so it's be patient.
Yeah.
And this is one thing I've never done before, is actually present a plow before it's actually 100% complete.
Yeah.
Because this is what it is. It's CFC work. I think I've told you that before. It's cut, fit, and cuss. That's just the way it is. And when you see that owl shining bright and ready to plow and looking pretty, that ain't what went on behind the scenes to get it that way.
Yeah, people don't realize how long it took 2 years to get to there.
Yeah. It happened. I knew it would happen, but things just didn't. Well, I tell you what, the main thing happened. The guy, I had a fellow lived about 2.5 miles from him. He was a retired machinist.
Yeah.
And he helped me with everything I've ever had. And shortly, several years ago, he passed away.
Yeah.
And that just put hurt on me bad because these big machine shops, you know, and I don't blame them. They ain't got time to mess, you know, stuff like this too much. But anyway, if I'd had him, you know, this thing would have been finished within a year.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it's just not the way it went. And plus, a lot of things had to be figured out, like the furrow wheel over there, the front furrow wheel. You got folks around the country know how much I labored on thinking about this stuff. I mean, I just go run all kinds of thoughts through my head before I make a decision. And well, my friend Tim in Minnesota knows how it is. Like he said one day, if you ever make up your mind, and that's, but the only reason I take so long to make it up, you know, sometimes you're better off to think about it a while rather than got to go back and repeat it 2 or 3 times. You still gonna have some repeats to do, but you try to minimize them. So that comes from Dawson, Minnesota. That comes from Greenwald, Tom's in Greenwald, Minnesota, and the back one again come from Dawson, Minnesota. Sam's Equipment in Dawson, the rear wheel back there. And all that stuff has got to be thought of and had to be worked out. These engineers that built this stuff to begin with, of course, they were paid engineers. They come to work every day and got paid, but still, all this stuff had to be thought out and tried out. And John Deere, International, all your big company, Alice Chalmers, all of them, they had tested.
Watch it. We can't cuss on here now.
I know. I won't say that bad word. It's 2 bad words. I'll say the JDs. But anyway, they have testing grounds. International, I know they had Hinesdale, I believe, for testing. Yeah. And I've seen some of the stuff that they've tested. Oh yeah. Man, is it ever cut up, welded back together, where they try this and try that to see what'll work and what won't work. Especially to see this tractor here when they were up there testing it, what it looked like before. And if anybody notices my lip up here, I'll tell you what happened. I had my angle grinder back at the plow cleaning up the moldboards last Sunday. And anyway, with a weak wire brush on it, and somehow or another it caught, and that thing come right back in my face. I've been messing with this stuff. I'm 75 now, and I've been messing for it forever. I've never had that happen to me, and it cut me pretty bad on my lip up here, and I'm probably gonna have to have a little bit of plastic surgery eventually on that. But I'm listening. And it also put some scratch marks on my face and all down here. I got out lucky. I really got out lucky. Yeah. Oh yeah. And things are dangerous. You can't never be too careful. So I had my safety glasses on, but I should have had a full face shield on. And when I finished, when I went back next day and finished up, and I put a full face shield on. All right, let's see what happens, folks. All right, I'm gonna cut my other camera on. Oh boy, here we go. Well, 2 years of prep and everything and trouble have come down to. His right. Oh, all right. Let's see what we got. There's the depth gauges for the cylinder. Yep. Trying to get it around 7 inches. Had me worried there for a second. Huh? Oh no. We might have been eating crow instead of them, huh? I don't know. Oh yeah. Spinning a little bit. Oh. Tail wheel's kicking around here. That tail wheel's kicking. Tail wheel's staying kicked over here. It was riding against the, you see where it was in that position right there, it was riding. Which dampening on blue mat. Ain't
too bad.
Think about the way it looks. That right there. I'm too deep right here. What's happened? I've changed this out, and I'm trying to think about my old ways. My other wheel at it ain't acting. I already can tell it ain't acting.
Yeah. You can tell it's making it work, but it's pulling it. Who said it couldn't be done? It knows it's back there though.
Unbelievable. I'll take that. Get some more adjustments going here.
Yeah.
But I figured I got to work that out. It's not holding the plow level. This has got to go down more.
Yeah. As you can tell, what the right speed does for it versus how slow it was going up here, and we'll get up here in a second, but you can tell how smooth that is right there. Like I say, he's got to get that back furrow wheel adjusted a little bit. It's too far over, but you can see here, you go too slow, you ridge and rose, and that's not gonna cut it. And that up there, other than a little bit of that sod that's on top right there, you can just about plan over that. But yeah, you can see right here, and he's plowing pretty deep, looks like to me. I think about 7-8 inches or so, I think he said.
Possibility, I already tell this wheel here is trying to hug the furrow too hard. It's not staying open here like I wanted to. Probably going to have to be a change made there. There's got to be a change made up in hitch. If you notice the plow, it's not level.
Yeah.
And that's happening up in the hitch up front right now. And we'll have to do something with that, I think.
Okay.
We play with it a while, but I think it's going to have to go back shopping.
Yeah.
Some stuff tore apart. float some fur to get this come over. And this is not out far enough. I need to add like a 2 or 3 inch spacer right in here. I think a couple inches to do it. To get this out further where the wheel will be over further in the furrow. Another problem is my hitch is not going low enough. If you can look at the plow, come right here, Matt. If you can look at the plow right here, it's like you're plowing like this. It needs to be like this. And this is in the hitch. I've got the hitch just about absolutely low as it's going to go. It still needs to go down another 4 inches right now. I'd say level up.
Yeah.
And then the back furrow wheel, we walk back there. Things are okay. It's just got bugs you got to work out. And you see this right here. This is actually outside where the bottom is cutting. So it's trying to lift the back of the plow up.
Yeah.
But I got to come up with something to get this over a little ways. Probably make a spacer. Well, I can't cut that off real well and make it longer.
Yeah.
Just make a spacer to go on the hub there, and put it on there and get it over. Easy. A good couple inches or so would cure that.
But yeah, you can tell it's how it's pitched back a little bit.
What?
It's
leaning.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's like this. You want your plow level. People say level. You want your plow always perpendicular with the ground that's underneath of you.
Yeah.
That's what you want. And that's nowhere near it right there. All my problems up there in the hitch. I mean that's just got to get that worked out. That's all I know to tell you.
Yeah. Well, not too bad for the.
Well,
I mean, there's some things I know we got to adjust, but.
I mean that even what it's doing now, the plowing looks good. Plowing
Hey,
part, huh?
it pulled it.
Huh?
It pulled it.
Pulled it.
It moved
Oh
it.
yeah, it pulled it. And a lot of everything's so darn out of adjustment. If I can get everything in adjustment, things are going to get better.
Yeah. Because it's fighting it.
And if anybody wants to know about, we got nothing but sand in North Carolina. See that clay right over there?
Yeah.
We got clay in North Carolina too.
Yeah.
There's 3 or 4 different soil types in this farm right here.
Clay now. More or clay, but you can see it's starting to mix the further you get back in the field here. Not 100%. He's not 100% happy with it, but it's plowing good. It's getting better the more he messes with it, but like I said, we got to adjust on that hitch and that rear furrow wheel. Get that thing straightened back out. Moved over a little bit so it'll follow in the furrow a little bit. You can see how it's wanting to climb the furrow wall, trying to push the back of the plow out. I wonder if the soybean farmer would approve of these. I hope he's doing well today. Yeah.
Check it. About the same thing there. Oh, man. Well, I found some bugs. I thought I would, and they didn't not disappoint me. They didn't disappoint me because they're here. First thing, the problem is if you look at the plow, it's leaning to the right. I've got this hitch all the way down. The only thing I can do now is raise this up here. I got 2 more inches I can come up with this, and that'll push that down. Sometimes just a little bit like that makes a big difference. I'm gonna try that, and then after that I don't know what I'm gonna do. If it has to be some more, I sure don't want to. But anyway, if that's the way it is, that's the way it is. This front furrow wheel, well, I think it's going to help a lot get this down. Right now I wish I'd have put that out right that way, about 2 to 3 inches, right straight that way, because come over here and I'll show you. You see how close my tractor is to the furrow? And when you're digging in hard, pulling like that thing, it's breaking the furrow all down. And the tractor needs to go that way a little bit, just a few inches would help it a lot. And I think what I can do, I got the room, just come right to the back plate right here, and I'll just push it right straight forwards, and that'll get it off his wall. Plus this wall is not a good furrow wall right here. The problem with that's in the back. The back furrow wheel is too far to the land side. That needs to come over to the plowed side, and I got to think about how we're going to do that. And we found that the back plow was plowing deeper than this plow. It worked on that a little bit, got that straight, but I think I'm spinning my wheels, so to speak, until I get this hitch problem straight. That'll just fix the whole plow right there. But in general, you can see the plow, it'll plow pretty decent, but it can plow a whole lot better. Like I said, my friend in Illinois told me about that, Mike Whalen, and I'm gonna put that over there. When you transport, it takes this wheel, and I mean, it pulls it right behind, directly behind the tractor, and it takes up a whole lot less room.
That made all the difference right there.
I ain't kidding you. It don't look like it would. That's why I'm saying that little bit there made that big difference away. Your hitch is gonna be the same. But yeah. I didn't really think it would affect me that much, but it did. This mess, like I said, you become the student. This stuff is the teacher right here.
Little stuff makes a big difference.
Yeah, I'm trying. That's why I'm saying I'm gonna fix that hitch, and then I'm gonna go back at it and before I change anything else, because that can affect everything else. I still think I'm gonna have to do some things, but that'll affect a lot of things right there.
Yeah, it plowed. It really didn't plow all that bad. It's gotten better as we've adjusted on it, but you know, them like them 2 or 3 things right there that can make it.
It could be better.
Yeah,
it could be a lot better, but not totally, not at the ballpark yet. But we're just got a few things to change.
They said it couldn't be done.
Well, it's done, but it ain't done exactly like old Red Bibs Bill wants it to.
Yeah.
And I'll get it tuned in after
Did you blow up the front end?
Huh?
Did you blow up the front end?
No, we ain't blowed up the front end. We have a lot of people saying we're worried about my.
Were you plowing too deep or not deep enough? Was that a problem too, or 9 inches? 9 inches is pretty good.
About 9 inches is what I've been plowing here, and some of it, that being probably going at least 9 inches. This is shallower.
Yeah.
Because I come right here and had to change these right here. I did all this stuff measurement for my shop floor. In theory, everything should have been just right. Right here to there, this distance in here, I set it in the shop, which I didn't come far from it. I wanted to do 14 inches apart. Well, it's 14 and a half.
Yeah, that's so pretty good.
All I need to do is take these bolts right here and move this over a ½ inch. This is just the way International did it too.
Yeah. And
that's all I got to do is loosen it, move it over a ½ inch, and that should be on the money. There's a lot of little things here can make big differences. Once you get all them all put together, you know, feel like it's effortless then.
Yeah.
When you get everything working and going in the right direction. And I like to find some more spacers in here. They're okay. Sometimes I need just like a 1/4 inch more, I feel like. And then you don't have anything that narrow, but I can make something. But I think once I get that hit straight, I think it's going to make a difference on everything else. Might not completely cure it, but it's going to make a difference on everything else. Might not have to fix it as much.
So you're saying the tractor actually pulled it? Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah, the tractor pulled.
Tractor pulled it.
That's a load, but the tractor will handle it.
What gear?
I'm pulling in low third.
Low third, because
with a torque amplifier here, about 5 miles an hour.
I'll get that question 500 times on the what gear or what, and they're 750 pound on each tire, right?
Yeah. And then the back tire's loaded with water.
Any power hopping?
None.
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 Okay.
No.
Well, there you go.
When I added believe it or not, that tractor did do some power hopping, especially on that front. And I didn't put those weights on the front to stop power hopping. I did it for looks. I thought they just looked sharp. I put them on there. But that's about 1,000 pounds, and all I know, it has eliminated the power hop on the front end.
Yeah.
And actually that protects your front end, because that power hopping is a snatch, 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 jerk, jerk, jerk all the time. This way it's a steady pull on it.
Yeah.
That's where we're at right now. This is kind of a loose soil here too, trying to get some traction in, and because that's a big load back there. But the tractor's digging in, pulling it. But still, I wish I had a little firmer. I got some other spots in the farm. I had some more firmer soil underneath of me. We'll get it straight.
But the sand here.
Huh? Oh,
sand. You're just pulling in sand, right? Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something about sand. You get packed sand.
Yeah.
It's pretty tough.
Yeah.
Pretty tough. And what happens, you'll get sand down here. That sand's pretty packed right in there.
Yeah.
You got packed sand down here, then you got this sand up here loose on top.
Yeah.
And that don't help your traction none. See, I'm trying to get traction a little bit loose up here, but my plowing is down here in the hard stuff. Any other questions we need to answer? The fans?
I don't know. I have to go down the list because a whole lot of doubters, I have to say, but which I was a little worried myself there for a little bit, but
we want to get all the fans in the stands happy.
Yeah. But it did it. I mean, I could tell, you know, like you said, what, low third?
Low
third. And to me, that Harrow switch plow you had pulled harder, or made it struggle, or seemed to make it struggle more. But because you said those are flat surfaces, like they're
everything was working right on that. Now I ain't got everything working right on this yet.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest load I ever pulled with this tractor right there. This kind of soil here takes sandier soil, then this likes to go to this sink. What happens? You're moving weight when you're dissing or doing anything like this. See, I'm moving weight back. I'm pitching weight.
Yeah.
And then you got this on the very top up here. If it's loose like that, see, then it's hard to get traction to pull it. And sand's a difficult soil to work in, sandier soil. It can
People
pull like the devil, and the traction can be poor.
People think it's so easy, or it's no effort in it, as far as, you know, no struggle on the tractor pulling it. But in fact, it does just as bad, if not worse, in when it's, especially if it's moist. Or
you watch that tractor when she's digging, you see them tires spinning.
Oh yeah.
Every now and then.
Yeah.
She's digging it, and that stuff pulls right there. But I have plowed in Minnesota. I have plowed, let me see, I reckon Nebraska, Illinois, Ohio. Oh God, Pennsylvania.
Gaffney, South Carolina.
Gaffney, South Carolina.
That was pure red brick clay there.
Old red brick clay down there. Matt did a video on that, and I think I'd rather plow almost anything than sand.
Yeah.
I particularly like that sand. They call it lake bottom sand up there around Van Wert, Ohio. Now I really like that dirt up there.
Yeah.
It's like dirt, but you can get traction.
Yeah.
This stuff here is like ball bearings underneath of you.
And you could tell when you hit those clay spots out there, it was spinning. You were kicking the cleats up.
Well, what happens, the clay is on the bottom. You flip it up, and you got that sand on top.
Yeah.
And that don't. If you had clay and clay, is a whole lot helps you a whole lot more. But this is the wettest and the most sandiest part of the farm. The rest of it just gets better.
Christmas Day.
Huh?
I'll have this out Christmas Day, and then we'll do some more on, I guess, later adjustments once we get some of those 2 or 3 adjustments made. And
my opinion, this ain't much of a video to show everybody right now. Yeah. I just wish we had everything else. So, and I had reservations about doing this, and this is why right here.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing something new like this, it's always, you're gonna have some glitches somewhere. I've never had one you didn't have a glitch in it. You had to work it out somewhere. But I did it.
Field trials. Field trials.
Trial and error. Field trials. And I'm 75 now, and I might decide I don't want to work on it for a month or so.
Yeah.
So it might be a while before I get back to it. I don't know. I wish things had performed a little better, but I'm happy too, because I know what I need to fix.
Yeah, well, that's good. At least we know what we got to work on.
That's the first thing I'm gonna start right there.
Yeah.
I think what I'm gonna do, I got 2 more inches. I can bring this up, and that'll force this down some more with this hitch in this position, with this chain holding it down right here. And then, but what's gonna happen? This right here is going to, you can already see where it's trying to hit on that a little bit right in there.
Yeah, that piece was hitting.
And what I'm going to do, I'm going to come up here and take that hole right there, and we're going to move it back a few inches right here, so this will lean this forward, you know, and leave all this just like it is. And I think that'll cure that deal. And that's I don't know, probably from the time we take it out, I get it drilled, cut off, drilled, and everything. Probably take an hour. Yeah. It's not a real long project, but I expected problems. Anything you do for the first time, you can expect it, and they're just the way it is. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll go back and next time we'll get that. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come right in here first of all. I'm gonna take these bolts out, right? All them bolts, they got their clamps on. Instead of seeing 2 holes here, you'll see 3 here next time. Yeah. And this will be raised up, and hopefully that'll do it. And if that'll do it, I'm done. If it don't, that means I can't use this anymore. I'm gonna have to make something different. Now you take an IH 800 plow. Now see, what they did different than what I've done here. They had a big tongue. They come back from here and went right in here, and the tongue went out there considerably further the way I'm hooked up. And I was just trying to make it different or something, or use a semi-mount type hitch. Yeah. And ain't working not working exactly like it ought to, but I'm getting close. Yeah. I think it'll work. I just have to keep messing with it. We'll catch you later and refit, and then we'll be back at it. And biggest thing I'm gonna do now is go get this thing to the house, park it, and I think I'm gonna sit down and drink Coca-Cola or something else. Yeah. All right, we'll catch you later. All right.